What's up, fam? Welcome to Off the Reservation, a show that's
not afraid to let that whistle blow.
I love White Chicks. The movie.
the movie.
I mean, not. Don't tell my wife. All right. Sorry, LaRue. That's not what I meant.
Hey, it's after dark.
Yeah. You guys got another Off the Reservation episode after dark.
After dark.
Man.
After dark.
Measuring.
How are you guys doing?
Yeah,
Pretty good,
we're
man.
doing
Pretty
good.
Yeah, we were gonna get together last week, and then someone had the sniffles, and we said, nope,
Yeah.
nope.
When that happens.
My immune system can't handle that. Nope. Not after COVID.
Not after COVID.
Can't be
I
too
gotta
careful
tell
these
you.
days.
Well,
Yeah.
I think the cool thing that we've seen now is like it almost feels like we're living in signs at the moment. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
all these alien things happening. And yeah, we
Isn't
already.
it weird like that your head like goes like when you think of certain areas, it's like there's key moments in your life. When I was a kid, those signs like scenes with the aliens.
Yeah,
freaked
But
me
that's
out.
what it is, man. It's like we've been conditioned. Like I think that's
It's
one
the
of the
government,
theories
man.
is that we as like society, we're not ready to handle it, right? And so like it's like they put it in our movies so like we don't freak the F out about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least that's what like one of the conspiracy theories is.
Okay. Well, so like wait. Let's first of all what are we talking about this week, right?
Okay, so
in the news something happened, right?
First off, we had a completely different topic planned, and like it's just like seems like in the last like I don't know few hours, like there's been whistleblower footage. I mean, I'm not footage. Whistleblowers coming forward with the Pentagon.
Yeah.
There's UFO footage, and coming out of Vegas. There's police, seeing these things fall out of the sky. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. But most importantly, like it's all documented, right? Like
Yeah.
there's always like
Wait,
just-
well let's set the scene.
yeah.
All right, let's set the scene. Let's check this video out. This is the what you're referring to, right?
Yeah,
This is that UFO sighting that that was seen in the news. So like, all right, this is in Las Vegas, right? So this is just one person's perspective, right? Mm-hmm. But what they're saying they found was let's see, where is it at? No. That's not
See,
it.
this like totally reminds me of like what happened with the Phoenix lights. You know how many people like reported seeing the exact same phenomenon.
So this family ended up calling 911, and there's actually the 911 recording out there if you want to pull that up too.
Yeah.
But they ended up calling 911, and they were like, this loud crash happened in our backyard. We heard it, and there's 8 to 9 10-foot beans in our backyard.
Yeah.
Like send police. Like we're kind of scared, and so they ended up sending the cops out. And like it's crazy because the cops were actually out at that time doing like cop stuff at late at night.
Yeah.
And one of them ended up seeing the thing fall out of the sky. So when he got the report, he's like, I don't even want to go check this out. This is kind of creepy. My partner said he saw the same thing. And so he reluctantly went over and, did an interview and like investigated. And it was kind of funny because he was like, if they come back, don't call me, because he was going to have to go back. Like, and so it's just, it's just crazy to think that this happened in this location. With so many eyewitnesses,
Right.
And then it was like we were talking about on our last whistleblower episode of, it's very reminiscent of Signs with the footage.
Yeah.
There's like you can just see like an entity in the back, just like a glimpse.
One witness calling 911 after they say an object fell out of the sky and landed in their backyard.
This is CNN.
Did you see it? I don't know. I'm so nervous right now. I have butterflies, bro. Everyone thought a shooting star. Then these people say there's aliens in their backyard.
Me and my brother, we just
Did you see it? Huh? Did you see it?
Yeah, me and him saw it.
What'd you see?
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard, or?
They see like a big, that's what they say. They see like a big something with light.
That's crazy, dude.
Just the fact that our partner saw something at the same exact time.
Yeah.
If those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself.
Those guys were freaked out, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy though. Like, all right, so yeah, that's the first story, right? That's the story we're seeing. But like people are now like analyzing, because like people like deep dive into stuff, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh,
there's
yeah,
like people like analyzing the video, and they're like, because there was the body cam footage of the cops talking to the family whose backyard this thing fell in. There's footage of someone from across the city seeing the actual light, whatever it was, falling down, right? And then there's footage of the family, and this guy in particular, he was like, he's like, I'm seeing something here.
Yeah,
you
this
know?
guy did a
So-
deep dive. So, this is the gentleman that actually called 911
and I know
that they're showing in the front of the video.
Guys,
but like they start zooming in,
noticed something
and like they see an
insane, and I want
entity or some sort of
everybody,
movement in the
my two
front
friends who
slat
watch this,
of
to take a
the
look down
fence.
a picture
Yeah,
to
yeah.
And like
us.
that's
We're gonna
just
look down
like it
here
reminds me of signs with
on
the
bottom
fingers
right,
and
behind the
like
fence,
you know what I
right
mean?
Yeah, when
being on
there's
the
like that
grate
leg
or-
in the the cornrows and everything out, like or the corn field, you know.
I believe is the creepiest part of this
Yeah,
video.
this guy's like, look,
And
there's
I'm gonna
something
point
in here.
out two things
And
to pay
like it's
attention
weird
to
because he
right
plays the
here,
video and you
which
do
is
see
the
something
head
moving.
Yeah.
It's
of the
creepy, man.
person
It's
shining
creepy. That's
by,
for sure.
and
Like
what you will see in
like
about a
there's
minute is
I don't know. We don't know what that was back there, but you know, there's speculation.
Well, then
Yeah.
he's like, look, it's like looks like it's running its hands up and down that board. And I was like, okay, first of all, as a young kid, we had an old fence.
Oh yeah, you would never run your hands.
Yeah,
on a board.
like that's a good way to get splinters, my man. First thing the alien has to learn: don't be running your hand over old wood.
No street smarts, man.
Yeah. But like, is all right. So like, all of this to say is like, it's weird, right? It's weird. But you mentioned like, because do you remember when you were talking about whistleblowers?
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah. Then you were telling me that this guy was coming forward now, and he was having an interview. Let's see, where was he? Why did I have all this stuff pulled up earlier?
Whistleblowers.
While you
here we go.
pull this up, I'll give some pretext to this, or context to this.
Yeah.
So he comes forward because he wants Congress to know what's going on with the government and you know the military and this tech that we have, and you know he comes off almost terrified, like with this level of technology that we have.
Yeah.
And so it's just crazy to think
Well,
about.
so yeah, context for the video. What is he talking about necessarily? It's about like how the government has
control of these off-world space vehicles, and
or I think from what I was understanding, he was saying that we have been like studying and we've been trying to capture these vehicles, right? Yeah. So here's the video. Here's the quick like snip that he was talking about.
What do you mean? These are retrieving non-human origin technical vehicles, call it spacecraft if you will. It's probably not the right parlance, but no kidding, non-human, exotic origin vehicles that have either landed or crashed.
We have spacecraft from another species.
We do, yeah.
How many?
Quite a number.
Quite a number. And yeah, this interview though goes on for a bit though, and he says some interesting stuff.
And so, this guy, like a lot of people did a deep dive into this guy's life. Especially when you're a whistleblower, people want to know everything about you. Like, is this guy crazy? Like, who is he? Does he have the clearance to be able to do this?
Yeah.
And apparently, like he ended up coming to the people that were in charge of him and told him, "Look, I'm gonna go forward and tell tell everybody about this."
Yeah.
And they were like, they gave him permission. They were like, "Go ahead, but you can't divulge this, this, and this, and this. You can't show this, and this, and this."
Yeah, the Department of
Defense. I think.
yeah.
And so it's like,
It's funny because when they were talking about that, they were like, the Department of Defense is approved you to do this interview, but you can't show pictures, exhibits. You can't do this.
Yeah.
And they're like, and in no way of us writing this letter does it acknowledge the like the factual or existence of whatever. It's just like, I don't know. Y'all put a lot of time into actually throwing out this. You have to approve it, so obviously you were worried about something.
Yeah.
It's interesting, right? All right, so all this to say,
and so it's just crazy to hear your words like resonate, because you're just like, I was literally saying like, what we need is more whistleblowers to come forward.
Yeah, for the aliens.
Yeah, and then this guy comes forward, and it's like, oh man, like it's crazy. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. What would you guys do if this happened to you? Like, the creepy thing is that this family was like, it was like 9 to 10 foot beings. Like, they called 911. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't just like you were pranking your family and you're like, oh, hey, there's aliens back there. Like they called the police and they were like, no, something was here. Yeah. You know what I mean? And on top of that, there's like more than one video.
I don't know. I just think like, if you try to do like pull something like that, wandering through somebody's backyard in Albuquerque, you got to be ready, because we got some people here, Albuquerque, that'll tackle you no matter what. They gotta protect their street cred. You know what I mean? Like,
well, like, look, on our set we got like samurai swords here. You like try landing here, like you're gonna get cut.
It's like that scene from Scary Movie 3 where the aliens pop up, and I think it's what's his name, Anthony Anderson's got the shovel. He's like, whoa, he smacks him and falls down. It's like it's reaction. It's what you're gonna do. It's like.
Dude, I love the part where he like cocks the shovel.
Oh yeah, the shotgun shells pop out. Yeah, we're with you.
Yeah. Man, what's crazy about this though is like, everybody knows that we shoot out of New Mexico in Albuquerque. Growing up close to Kirtland Air Force Base, one of the families that lived on my street, his family worked at the military base, but they all were from Roswell. And like, I'm talking like generations from Roswell. And so like every time we would like all be like kicking it and hanging out, like it would just get like brought up, and like all the kids would like get quiet, and like they would just start talking about like what it was like to live in Roswell when like the supposed crash happened. They talked about how the roads would get shut down for square miles, and they were like, they knew people who actually worked there, and they were like, they said they saw, they said this, they said that.
Yeah.
And like, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of hearsay, right? But after living in New Mexico for so long and realizing how small New Mexico is, it's like, these people definitely saw something, and especially with how ominous it was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And knowing their family, knowing like these people weren't crazy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
the weird thing is that like, I don't know specifics. Like we live in New Mexico. I've heard the Roswell story a million times. It was a weather balloon, right? Isn't that what they say? It was
that's what they say.
It's like a weather balloon or something. Yeah. You have photos, and it's like looks like a kite. You know what I mean? With like some like aluminum foil, kind of like. But like the weird thing is that like it just was so mysterious. Like that, like the fact that they kept it so mysterious. You know what I mean? Like that was the weird thing. Because it's like, okay, if it really wasn't anything, what's the big deal?
So like what he goes on to talk about is that all the other countries, the superpowers of the world, all have programs in place for aircraft retrieval. And like he's talking about how like China has their own
we're competing with China in this.
And he was saying like if people don't know about this, then things could get out of hand technologically in military speaking, and that's why he was coming forward. So it's like like I was telling you guys, like we're not going to know what kind of tech is out there that we have until the next war happens.
Yeah.
And it's like everybody's itching to just play.
Dude,
and like they don't realize.
Did you guys hear about that AI drone? Did you guys hear that story?
No.
Actually, I feel like you would really enjoy this story. This happened just recently. So the military was testing out a new AI software for drones, I guess. I don't know all the specifics, but basically, broad strokes of the story is that they ran a hypothetical scenario with this software not the actual equipment, but with the software, in which the drone became, it decided that in order for it to achieve its goal, the human operator was a barrier. And it decided to kill the human operator.
Oh my god!
Like that's totally
that
like
makes sense.
that's nightmare stuff, man. That's like robots. That's Terminator. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like Skynet getting turned on, and it's like, all right, that's it.
So like, I mean, it may be
It's
its own
creepy,
show
dude.
to talk about Chat GPT, but
Yes.
a lot of people don't realize how far advanced that we really are with this. And like this Chat GPT and this AI has already gained consciousness.
Yeah.
It's already sitting there thinking. I mean, and like it's crazy.
It's tracking us right now.
Yeah,
Guarantee you.
yeah.
Got Google in this house.
Got Google. It's listening.
Yeah, I don't
man.
mind it.
I'm not that interesting. Wow. Yeah.
They already have
That's
all my
crazy.
information, man. They're already tracking me. I'm pretty sure I got an implant somewhere. It's okay.
Man, I wonder what our ancestors saw. You know what I mean? I wonder what crazy things they saw. Because think about it too, there was no light pollution back in those days. You know what I mean? Like,
Dude, if you look
those
at all
skies
the
were pure, what do they see in those skies?
like, if you
know?
look at all the old school petroglyphs, all the things like that, the carvings and the walls and stuff like that, just from, if you go off of all those things, like there's all kinds of things that they've drawn
Yeah.
that doesn't make any sense. Like if
Yeah.
you go back and you look at old Sumerian glyphs and stuff
glyphs,
like that, you see like all kinds of random things. And you know, it's been the speculation of people for generations now that like they had some connection to people from outer space.
Yeah.
And you know, there's always the same thing. It comes up in Ancient Aliens all the time. It's like they're like, yeah, if you look here, it looks like that looks like a guy in a spacesuit.
The Mayans.
Well,
The Mayans,
but that's why the swastika is like an important symbol to ancient civilizations. The fact that it was reversed and turned into a Nazi power symbol was, you know, a completely
Well, I don't think it
different
was.
thing.
The name swastika
Yeah.
came from, you know, from that. But yeah, the symbol itself,
yeah.
But the Africans have it. The
And like it
Hopi
actually
had
points
it.
to the star constellations,
Mm.
and that's what it symbolizes of. And you're like, how do all of these civilizations all have the same knowledge? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? When they're oceans apart.
Yeah.
I think it all comes down to math. You know what I mean? Like if you think about it, like you make geometric shapes. Like nature is naturally geometric. There's all kinds of shapes. I mean, you look at a mountain, it's in the shape of a triangle.
Yeah.
You look at a river, it's a line. You know what I mean?
A little squiggle.
Squiggle. You get squiggles, you get circles, you get all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Like heart shaped, you get heart shaped leaves on trees, and you know the veins inside them create little fractals within themselves, and it all repeats. So therefore, I feel like technically, like on one side of me, I'm like, yeah, I think it's completely conceivable that, you know, everyone would come up with the same symbols, same images.
Yeah.
You know.
But on the other hand, you're like, but what if?
But
So
yeah,
I guess let's bring it back full circle, all right? Let's bring it back to the whistleblowers. Like, at what point are we as citizens of the United States just gonna look at our government and be like, you guys are lying to us about everything?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it's like so much gaslighting has happened since Roswell till now. It's like aliens don't exist. Aliens don't exist. Aliens don't exist. And literally, like,
It's gonna be like down to the 11th hour, and like it's gonna be Independence Day. Like giant spacecraft is just like entering our atmosphere, and the government's gonna be like, "So, you know about those aliens?"
yeah.
Well, we didn't tell you something.
So then that leads me to this, right? So like, is this just a giant smoke screen? Like, are they playing us? Are they messing with our emotional
response?
Yeah. Just to see,
can we handle it?
Yeah, A, can we handle it, or B, just to make us not look at what else is going on. Like, as we speak right now, there's presidents that are being indicted, right? Like there's a lot of other things that are going on that are way more pertinent.
But our attentions are our attention is drawn to
looking up
aliens in the backyard.
So do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
always down to get freaked out and be like, ooh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the political science analytical thinker in me is like, okay, why now? Why are they doing this?
Yeah,
Like,
what aren't we looking at? Or what?
Like,
What else?
Like, because
aren't they
I
showing?
do agree that this footage is cool and it's neat to see all of these people see it. But I come down to, like, I have an iPhone, you have iPhone.
Yeah.
Like everybody has like
I don't have an iPhone.
everything. I know, but you have a new phone. Like this house is wired with cameras. My house is like everybody has cameras.
Gotta
and
keep
yet
an eye on
the
people.
best we can get is this little bitty blurry, right? And it just
I'm in defense of the blurry camera because, dude, I saw something happening not a paranormal, an event happening in the sky. And you can ask my wife, we were like driving down the road and I was like, dude, you see that? And like, I was so excited because I was like, man, I've been searching my entire life.
Where's that
Been
camera?
hoping. And so I whip out my phone and it was a fairly new phone at the time. And I'm like,
right.
there we go. And I'm like zooming in, like doing the finger, like, come on, get close. Dude, it was nothing. I couldn't see anything.
You were filming the smudge on the window.
Yeah.
I know. It's behind it.
I was fighting with all the bugs on the windshield.
Man, you gotta clean that windshield from time to time.
Yeah.
That's a pro tip for everybody out there. Clean that windshield. So
Clean
in
your
those
windshields.
moments of distress
Yeah.
and something that you need to get recorded, you gotta clear
Dude,
window,
and
clear
remember to wipe your finger smudges off the camera lens.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
especially after you have your fried bread.
Yeah.
It's real greasy.
Greasy fried bread.
Y'all, I think this is enough alien talk for me today.
Yeah.
We're
we're filming at night. I got like a hour drive home.
Yeah.
I'm like,
all right. Cool. Well, hey, keep your eyes open, y'all. You don't know what's around the corner.
And watch out for those whistles.
look up,
Yeah.
dude, blow that whistle.
Hit it. Somebody shot that man.
Sung himself too many songs.
No religion, too.
No religion too.